Millions of Egyptians held solidarity rallies across several governorates following Eid al-Fitr prayers, voicing strong opposition to any attempts to forcibly displace Palestinians from their land. The masses also expressed support for President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's recent decisions and firm stance on the Palestinian cause, reaffirming Egypt's rejection of displacement plans and commitment to a just solution. Despite strict Israeli restrictions, 120,000 worshippers performed the Eid al-Fitr prayer yesterday at Al-Aqsa Mosque. Israeli forces set up iron barriers around the Old City, its gates and the streets and entrances of Jerusalem. Occupation forces were heavily deployed around the Old City and Al-Aqsa Mosque, imposing restrictions on the movement of worshippers at the mosque's gates. After the Eid prayer, large crowds from Jerusalem and the occupied Palestinian territories gathered in the mosque's courtyards, reciting Eid takbirs in the streets of the city, the Old City, and inside the mosque. Palestinian media reported heavy gunfire from Israeli occupation tanks targeting areas northeast of Al-Burij refugee camp in central Gaza. According to reports, the shelling was accompanied by intensive flights of warplanes and reconnaissance drones over the area amid escalating tensions on the ground. The United Nations Special Rapporteur on the Right to Food, Michael Fakhri, has accused Israel of using food as a weapon in Gaza, warning that such policies are contributing to the deaths of thousands of children. Fakhri called for accountability and sanctions against Israel, stating that its actions amount to what he described as genocide. He also criticized the continued support of Israel by the United States and Germany in the midst of the ongoing humanitarian crisis. The Israeli army has ordered the evacuation of the entire city of Rafah in southern Gaza. The directive comes after Israel ended the ceasefire and resumed aerial and ground operations against Hamas earlier this month. Israeli army spokesperson Avichai Adrai announced on X that all residents in Rafah, including neighborhoods such as Al-Nasr, Al-Shuqa, and the eastern and western regional areas, as well as As-Salem, Al-Manara, and Khizan al-Najjar, must evacuate immediately. He stated that the Israeli army is returning to intense combat to eliminate Hamas's capabilities in these areas. And on to Lebanon. The U.S. State Department said that Israel was defending itself from rocket attacks that came from Lebanon and that it was incumbent upon the Lebanese government to disarm militant groups like Hezbollah. The response from a State Department spokesperson came in a press briefing with reporters when asked about Israel conducting its first strike on Beirut's southern suburbs since a shaky ceasefire deal was agreed on in November. Hezbollah chief Naim Qassem warned that if Israel continues to carry out strikes in Lebanon, the group will respond. His summons came a day after Israel carried out strikes in Beirut for the first time since the November ceasefire went into effect. Qassem insisted that Hezbollah was still committed to the November 27th ceasefire agreement that ended over a year of fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. Israeli media reported that the Israeli security establishment still believes that fighting in Lebanon should resume. According to Israel's privately owned Channel 14, a security source stated that many within the security establishment believe in the necessity of returning to combat in Lebanon and expect that rocket fire from Lebanon will continue. To Syria, Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara announced a transitional government on Saturday, appointing 23 ministers in a broadened cabinet. The cabinet included Yarub Badr and Alawit, who was named transportation minister, while Amgad Badr, who belongs to the Druze community, will lead the agriculture ministry. Moving on, Russia and the United States have started talks on joint rare earth metals and other projects in Russia, and some companies have already expressed an interest in them. President Vladimir Putin's investment envoy said that Kirill Dmitriev added that rare earth metals are an important area for cooperation, and of course, we have begun discussions on various rare earth metals and other projects in Russia. And the Ukrainian Air Force said that Russia launched 131 drones and 2 Iskander-M ballistic missiles during overnight attacks. It added that the Air Force shot down 57 drones and another 45 drones did not reach their targets, likely due to electronic countermeasures.